Okay, here we are in my dojo. My lovely dojo. Okay, today I'm drinking a cup of chamomile tea. Normally I'm drinking a beer or something like that, but not today. Just tea. So, today we're doing Fahrenheit, Christian Dior. Here's the bottle. Fahrenheit. Um, this is I believe this came out in 88 or something like that. I think 88. This is an old classic fragrance. It's a uber masculine fragrance. It's very popular. Um, so it's funny. This one is famous for having that like gasoline note or the petroleum note, as they say, and it's there. If you've never smelled Fahrenheit, what is it? What does Fahrenheit smell like? If you've never smelled it, it's a weird fragrance. It's very unique, and I think that's why it was popular. It has a lot of florals in it. Violet leaf is one of them. There's I'm not going to read the note breakdown because A, I don't generally do that, and B, it's very extensive. I mean, it's crazy. There are a ton of notes in this, so go check that out if you want. It's very crazy. There are a ton of floral notes, so you get kind of like on the first spray, you get a sweet smell, almost like an edible sweet smell. It's very sweet, and then the petroleum note comes in, the gasoline note, very quickly. Um, so you get this like, and then you get all the flowers, and I get almost like a plant like smell, like cut grass or something like that, like a distinct like plant material smell, which sounds weird, and the gasoline and everything, but it's popular for a reason. It's very masculine. It's very rugged, um, but it works. I like it. There's something about it, that sweetness, that just like I'm wearing, so it's something that smells like gas. Um, that gasoline note is fairly prominent. I mean, it's not like you doused yourself in gasoline, but it's there. So that's what Fahrenheit smells like. Essentially, it's a very strange mixture. Um, it's not for everybody, but I love it. So this oil from the Oil Perfumery is the first oil I've used of a scent that I have smelled and have used on my skin that I would say is not quite there. Um, I've reviewed other ones where I haven't actually smelled the cologne, so I can't comment on how close they are, just how good they smell. This, now, right off the bat, this smells great. It's about 70% close to Fahrenheit, I'd say. Why do I say that? Well, when you first smell you get the impression of Fahrenheit. Now, I'm being critical, so I don't want to say, like I said, 70% there or so. So, oh, you kind of smells like Fahrenheit, but not really. It definitely smells like Fahrenheit upon first whiff. You get the sweetness of all the flowers, which my friend had mentioned. It to him, it almost smells a little bit like potpourri, which it kind of does, like that dried flower basin that like everybody's mother had at their house. It kind of almost smells like that. I get that. I get the plant material, that weird cut grass smell. There's something in here, I'm not sure, that gives like almost a sharp kind of like aftershave, like a hint of that. So that's all there. No gasoline, no petroleum. When this goes on, no petroleum. I don't get that from this. You might. I do not get that. So you might actually like this more. I like the petroleum note a lot. I don't get that at all. None of it. I mean, maybe like a hint of it. And the petroleum, there's no actual petroleum note. It's coming from something, maybe the violet leaf. I'm not exactly sure. So maybe they changed, around with what gives that petroleum note. It's not here. So be aware of that. And that whatever is causing that like distinct masculine, like I said, almost an aftershave smell, a very sharp, piercing, distinctly masculine note. That's there when you smell it, and that's there on your skin, and it goes away very quickly. very quickly, like within 20 to 30 minutes. So what you're left with is that floral, a little sweet floral, like grass kind of smell. The basis of Fahrenheit, that's why I said like 70% there. It's an impression. Um, but what makes Fahrenheit unique to me is not there. I would still wear this, and I would recommend this, because this oil on its own smells good. It just doesn't. It's not quite there to Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is definitely a tough one to recreate. It's, and Fahrenheit isn't absurdly expensive. It's definitely not as expensive as Sauvage is right now. So if you really like Fahrenheit, um, I would probably just go for the actual cologne. But this is not bad. It's the impression of it. I think that actually, because this ends up being so sweet and floral, um, this might work for women. Now, it's a daring scent, so you still might get some of that masculine ruggedness that comes out of it on your skin. So you got to be careful. You got to test it if you're a girl who's gonna wear this. But I would still wear this. I mean, shit, I have a full bottle of it, so I'm gonna wear this. Of course, I prefer the actual cologne over this, and I would wear Fahrenheit. I mean, it's one of my. It smells. I smelled it, and I mean, like, I'm crazy. I read. So I've read all the reviews for this on the website. I've seen a ton of reviews for Fahrenheit, and I've worn it and smelled it. So I know the scent well. I would still wear this though, but I'm gonna obviously choose Fahrenheit, the actual cologne. Pardon me. So, but yeah, I'll still put this on, around the house, and this would probably be one thing I will say is this would definitely be safer if you want to wear this to work. Like, you really like Fahrenheit, but you're just worried that if you're going to be close quarters with people like I am at work, I'm very close to people. And I really love Fahrenheit, but I'm afraid that gasoline note is gonna, like, people are gonna smell that and be like, buddy, what the fuck are you wearing? This is, that's what this would be good for. You'll get that, some of the things you enjoy about Fahrenheit. Sorry about that noise. But without that, kind of harsh scent that might get you into trouble, or might have people think that you're, like some awful smelling man or something like that. Because Fahrenheit it's a kind of a love or hated scent. So I'm still smelling. I mean, it still smells very good. It's just, I'm not as impressed with this one. So I still recommend it, but, it's just something to think about. One thing I would like to say quick before I leave, if anyone's been watching these reviews or has been using Oil Perfumery's website, I've given them a lot of praise, and even with this being, like, I would say this is like a B minus to me, or a C plus or something. I don't know. I still recommend them highly. I mean, the other reviews I've done for them, they're still great. But they have, excuse me, they have a lot of scents to choose from. So, I haven't, obviously tried them all out, but most of them, I mean, all of them have been very good. So one thing I will say is they ship these in with metal roller balls, as you can see, as opposed to plastic like some companies do. The metal ones work way better than the plastic ones do. They distribute the oil more evenly. They distribute more oil. It's just all overall a better experience. When I got this and I got a Ventus in one shipment, they had plastic roller balls, which, that's weird, right? Because it says right on their website that they use metal. So they advertise it like that. And then in the package were two metal roller balls. So they sent them with the metal ones, but they shipped them with plastic. So I had to pop the cap off and put the metal one on, and it wasn't a big deal. It's not super hard to take these tops off, but I kind of got, you will get some juice on your hands. So you're going to have to wash your hands. And then it just made me worried, like, okay, well, now that I've taken this off and put this on, is it going to leak? And I reached out to the company, and they said that they do that because the plastic roller balls leak less during shipping, and that's why they do it. So good for them for answering me quickly, although I've never received my oil with a plastic roller ball. So maybe it's a thing that they just started doing. I'm not necessarily saying that they're lying to me or anything. It's just something to keep in mind. So at the same time, if you like plastic roller balls for whatever reason, they're kind of objectively not as good, but if you like that, they will come, I would hope so, in the future with both options. So just something to think about. Anyways, that's all I have to say today about Fahrenheit. Everyone have a wonderful day.